Well, ladies and dudes, I got some very over 9,000 bad news to tell you. I know everybody is waiting for the Inishi arc to come as part 3 of the Rurouni Kenshin anime. But sadly, we have to wait until I become 40 years old in the year of 2027. Well, because you know why? We gotta continue on the Legend of the Kyoto Arc. And I know that's everybody's most favorite arc of all time in anime history from the Rurouni Kenshin series. Well, you guys get the picture. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 1987. This is my review for today. And today I have no review, ladies and dudes. But it's that time once again for another short, quick video for all of you. And I gotta let you know is, ladies and dudes, I did watch the second arc of the Rurouni Kenshin anime, and it featured one of the most popular sagas of all time called The Legend of Kyoto. And yeah, The Legend of Kyoto is one of the best anime arcs of all time, because it did continue the storyline pretty darn well. We got introduced to brand new characters that we haven't met yet from season 1 of the Wandering Samurai saga. And yeah, really cool fight scenes here and there. I know everybody's most favorite one of all is Kenshin versus Lord Shishio. I will say it's pretty good. Somewhat okay, but not my favorite anime fight of all time, sadly to say. After all, I like the live action one better. You know, the legend ends where all of our heroes have to face Lord Shishio in that battleship place. Well, if you know the legend ends, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Legend of Kyoto is one of the best anime arcs of all time, and sadly to say, we gotta continue on for the reboot series of Rurouni Kenshin. So sadly, we gotta leave it in a cliffhanger for a while until we head on to season 3. Yeah, I'm not sure if it will come this year or next year. I'm afraid we'll have to wait till next year to continue on the Legend of the Kyoto Arc, since sadly we got 2 episodes left. 2 episodes that featured, you know, the second half of the Legend of the Kyoto Arc. So sadly, I'm afraid we have to wait. We gotta wait and see until we see the next part of the story. Since in part 1 we got heading on to Kyoto and arriving to Kyoto, and also for part 2 is getting ready for a battle of the Great Kyoto Fire. Oh, I guess everybody wants to know is what you think of the reboot style of the Legend of the Kyoto Arc. Well, for the first one anyway. I will say they did a pretty good job of, keeping the storyline going. I will say it's pretty well done, pretty well detailed, and they are staying faithful to the original manga storyline as usual. And yeah, I know they have a couple of add-ins here and there that wasn't featured in the manga, surprisingly to say. And I will say the best part I like about the reboot of the Kyoto Arc is truly the animation. I freaking love the animation. The animation is very well done, very well detailed. It has really good colors and the character designs is pretty darn fluid in so many ways. And yeah, the action scenes are a whole lot of fun to watch. I did enjoy the action scenes from here and there. Yeah, surprisingly to say. So yeah, ladies and dudes, I hate to say it, but I'm afraid we have to wait for the Inishi arc. I know that everybody's been waiting for the Inishi arc for a very around 2 decades of a long time. We never got the Inishi arc back in the 90s. No, because they decided to do, you know, a lot of filler episodes here and there while we wait for the real one to come. So, yeah, I hate to say it, ladies and dudes, but we gotta continue on with the Legend of the Kyoto Arc. So, yeah, we gotta wait for part 3 of the Kenshin group versus the Lord Shishio group, and then on part 4, we get on to the final battle between Kenshin and Lord Shishio. Yeah, I'm afraid we'll have to wait till next year until they can think of something to find a way to get season 3 quicker of this year. So I'm not sure what will be the schedule for, you know, continuing on with the Legend of Kyoto Arc. It's really hard for me to say. So I'm afraid we got to wait until that moment will come for us Rurouni Kenshin fans. So yep, I'm afraid we'll have to wait and see what happens. If they will bring season 3 over for this year or wait till next year. And I'm afraid we'll have to wait until we see the Inishi arc until I become 40 years old. I'm sorry, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, ladies and dudes. That's for sure. And I'm afraid that has to be it. That's all the things I will tell you about what I thought about, you know, the Rurouni Kenshin anime so far for the Legend of the Kyoto Arc, and also being the bearer of bad news that we gotta wait until we get to the next parts of the saga. Well, whenever we're gonna see it anyway. That's for sure. And also, ladies and dudes, what is your favorite moment of all time that came from in the Legend of the Kyoto Arc? You know, what's your most favorite moment of all time that came from in this legendary saga? Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. Let's see, what is my favorite moment that came from in the Legend of the Kyoto Arc? I like the part where we got to know Kenshin's backstory just a little bit more about what happened in his childhood, and also try to continue on his last bit of training with his master so he could learn about the final attack, and also Kenshin finally gets a brand new reverse blade sword that won't be broken this time, since it is a sword of peace after all. And also Yahiko and Miskaru got involved in action and also joined forces with the only members of the Only Waban group. And also Kenshin's master also showed up to help our heroes out to take care of some of Lord Shishio's men here and there. Yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, I think those were my favorite moments that came from the Legend of Kyoto Arc. And what is your favorite moments that came from the Legend of Kyoto Arc? And yeah, Hajime Sayo also helped our heroes out as well, even if he deserved to be one of the best unlikely allies of all time in anime history. And also Lord Aoshi's redemption too. So there's a lot of great moments to be found in the Legend of Kyoto Arc. So I think that's it for now, ladies and dudes, and I'll see you all later, and sayonara.